Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Chris here from Esports News Axis Rotation, however the flip you know me on these interwebs, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for you guys. Well, a lot of bit different. It's quite different. So I'm doing something completely brand new on the channel here. I was inspired today to do a recap review of some of the matches because you guys know I highlight every match in the CDL that is played between our teams. So I have all of Major 2 highlighted, but there has been quite the controversial topic in the community, which is the siding of the stage you're sitting on impacting the result of the series outcome. So the theory is that the team that sits on the right side of the stage, which is where Optic sat in the grand finals, is the team that loses each series. So to give ourselves an anchor point of where the right side of the stage is, so we're not looking at the wrong side and collecting the wrong data, what we'll do here is figure out where the hell Optic was sitting, because they're the main culprits of this theory. So once we figure out where OTX is sitting, then it'll give us a better indication of where the right side of the stage is in relation to us as the viewers. Okay. So approaching the front side of the stage, this is the right side, that's the left side. Makes sense. Okay. So fair, they're talking about dead on, straight angle. You never know. My right versus your right. It's always important before you start these things to just make sure you're looking at the right things. So let's start looking at the Gentlemates versus Raven series. I did the walkouts because it's LAN. You gotta give everybody the full, perspective. So the Ravens sat on the right side of the stage. Okay. Well, we know what happened to them, right? So just to give you guys an idea of what we're doing, this series is called Observed versus Expected. Basically, if you're not familiar with statistics, observed versus expected values. We're just trying to look at how much the results deviated from what we expected based on the placement of the teams. So this is kind of an intersectional data analysis, but more heuristics than like number crunching, right? We're just looking at it and making some observations. So the Gentlemates were on the right side of the stage. They were on the disadvantageous side of the stage. And actually, let's go to COD stats and see if there is a clear performance indication that Gentlemates is on the right side of the stage. So if you guys don't already know, I am a member of the COD Stats team, which is why I exclusively use COD Stats to power the videos nowadays. Come to the website, check it out. Use code FSNChris for some G6 creds. So looking at the series, Gentlemates, they were able to get their kills just fine. Ravens were outslayed by 9 kills. So Gentlemates had no problem getting their kills. They were on the right side. So big X on the first little piece of anecdotal evidence that we have here. This is the side station, so are we going to count this? Do we count things on the side station, guys? That's a question. I don't know that. Okay, so let's see if we can spot where Toronto is in relation to, because we only had a couple side station matches. We had, well, we had some important side station matches. Some of them were elimination matches. So let's see where Koi is. View of the stage. I think they stand up. So, okay, they're clearly on the right side of the stage. So Toronto is on the right side of the stage. They won this series and they destroyed. So that theory's not looking too. It's not looking too good right now. All right, so let's check out. LA Thieves are on the right side of the stage. Abizi was getting fried, so there might be something to that, but. Okay, maybe we should look at where Abizi was sitting. Maybe that's the important thing. So let's try to get a beat on where exactly Tyler Abizi was sitting, because maybe there's something to that specific computer. Maybe that one computer is a problem. These are the kind of deep dives I'm doing for you guys. So, hey, please subscribe to the channel, like, share it with a friend. So Abizi is sitting in the third chair from the front of the stage. Well, no, I have to invert that. So he's sitting in the second chair from the front of the stage. All right, so let's go back to the Gentlemate series and see who was sat in Abizi's spot. Looks like Envoy. No, it's Neptune. Okay, so, well, no, let's invert that. So it's Sib. Okay, so Sib was sitting in the same spot. Unless,
Back and forth we continue to go. I mean, for a second, he might
where
have
are we
right.
in relation to the stage? That camera angle is so weird. Is that coming from the back side of the stage or the front side of the stage? Because the stage is obviously... Okay, so Sib is in the second seat. I'm overthinking it. Sib is in the second seat. So, okay, so the second seat seems to be the problem. So let's see. We saw that Abizi was in the second seat. Let's look at his stats. Abizi was in the second seat, and he... Okay, well, yeah, neg 27. Goddamn. All right, so there's something to that preliminarily. We're not going to say that that's statistically significant. One observation point is not enough to say, right? So Sib, neg 5, no, not that bad. So let's move on to the next series that we saw on main stage. We're not going to count the side station series, so we're going to nix this one. We're going to nix the Miami Heretics versus Paris Chalmette series and the Riyadh series against G2 as well for the same reason. And then lastly, the LA Thieves versus Miami Heretics series. It was on the side station. So let's look at our next main stage series, which is obviously Optic, right? So Optic, they played on... Where do they sit? So it looks like Optic got left side. Okay, Optic sat on left side of the stage. Koi sat on right side of the stage. And who was in that second seat? Let's see who's in that second seat on Koi. Can we get a full-on view?
And we have Joe Deceive. Quite picked a side just
Alright, let's see if we can spot where they are. Koi don't win a map, we know that much. So we're going to have to infer where the players are here. Okay, so... Alright, so that's the front side of the stage. We can tell based on the LCD. So Insight is in chair 2. Insight's in chair 2. Alright, so Optic versus Koi. Chair 2 is Insight. He didn't have the worst series on his team. Okay. So maybe it's not just the second seat. Let's see if maybe... Alright, so Kleenex in the first seat. Let's see if maybe he fried. And who was in the first seat in the mate series? Ghosty. He wasn't the standout. So there looks to be nothing to it. It honestly just looks like crybaby cheese. I mean, we're not sitting at a good hit rate so far. I mean, mates, they were sitting on the right side. They won. LA Thieves was sitting on the right side of the stage. Abizi just had a bad series. I mean, Koi versus Optic. No one was expecting Koi to win this shit. Like, let's keep it a stack and a half. So that's another right side fraud checked. Right side fraud checked with the LA Thieves series. I mean, Faze was locked in. They won the whole event. Another fraud check with the Gentlemate series. They outslayed them by 10 kills. So let's go to our last one. I mean, this might even be a short video. If it's already hitting 0 for 4, like, we might just need to nix this theory and just say that people are crying a little bit too much, right? I mean, it seems like it might just be some crybaby cheese. Let's see what's going on. Because if Koi's sitting on the right side of the stage, this whole thing is just dead. It's absolutely dead. Okay, so Falcons are on the right side of the stage. Ooh, okay. Alright, Falcons are damn sure on the right side of the stage. Okay. So who's in that second seat? Let's see who's in the second seat, chat. Let's see if we can get some insight. You like what I did there? You like what I did there? Alright, I'm sorry, I won't do that again. See if maybe there's a shot of the players in the chair in the S&D.
I don't know if he was just thinking like top middle couldn't be open. He was just watching.
They love to do the wide angle shots of the players at some point in the S&D rounds typically, so... Okay, so second player from the stage is Kiz. Alright, so let's see how Kiz did in this series. Alright, let's pause this. Let's pause this. Koi versus Falcons. Kismet was not the worst performer on his team. Okay, so that theory of the player in the second seat being the problem is dead. The theory of the players on the right side of the stage is also not looking too good. I mean, if you look at the results of the entire weekend, it's looking like the guys who are on the right side of the stage, I mean, a lot of them were just the weaker team in these engagements. So that makes it a little bit harder to get a read on. This was on side station. Okay, yeah, no walkouts. All right, so let's just go all the way through it. I mean, we've been sitting here for 11 minutes and 35 seconds. Might as well just be thorough with it. So clearly Faze on the left side of the stage here, Mates on the right side. Let's find out who is in that second seat. Probably Sib again. I don't see them switching up the seating arrangement. It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. These guys have been playing together for, shit, 6 months. I mean, they know where they want to sit. Let's see if we can find. Mates didn't win a round, so I don't know that they're gonna be shown on the cams. I think I did show the aftermath of this one because it was a pretty intense one. Okay. I don't know. My guess. Okay. Well, I think. Okay, so let's look at the first series because if the numbers correspond to the same things, then we're good. Okay, so it looks like Sib is in the second chair. So yeah, it looks like Sib was in the second chair for the Faze series as well. Second seat from the front of the stage. So let's see how he did. Best on his team. I'm not really seeing a lot of credence to this theory, guys. I genuinely think that we just got some skill diffs. Honestly, I think the best teams in the world made themselves clear this weekend. I'm not even necessarily going to go through all the rest of the results because looking at it, they all make sense. I mean, the observed and expected lined up here. Observed and expected lined up here. Let's check out CDL metrics to see what they thought in the Faze versus LA Thieves series. So, expectations were for a mate win, Koi win, obviously, Faze win. Slight expectations for a Heretics win, so that was a slight upset, but that was on the side station, so can't count that. Main stage, this one was a slight upset, but 49-51, you can't really count that as an upset. It's an even game. G2's been playing better consistently on land as well than the Falcons and everything we've seen from them, so not really a surprise up there. Not a surprise update there. Optic won. Thieves won. Upset here. Faze won. Optic won again. Koi upset here, but Koi, they made a lot of necessary improvements. It was very clear to everyone. LA Thieves won here. 2 upsets so far, guys. That's not a good look. Koi upsets again. Kips is just the real deal, evidently. Optic wins. And then Faze wins. And Faze upsets. So 25% hit rate for the expected team losing. I can't really say that there's a significant impact in the side that you sit on. I think that's a pretty conclusive conclusion to come from. I mean, I looked at the right side of the stage, developed a theory. I interpreted everything in context. If you guys disagree with my methodology that I took to get to this conclusion, then please feel free to debate me in the comments. Give me your thoughts, perspectives. What did you see? I mean, you guys can see I'm clearly someone who watches a lot. I watch all the matches, clearly. I clipped all of the matches, and I clipped 53 minutes of this, 35 minutes of this. I mean, I'm watching a lot of COD, ladies and gents. I don't think that there was any cheese going on with the siding of the stage. I mean, it would have been very apparent if weird things started happening all of a sudden and there was consistency to it. But right side, left side, it kind of didn't matter. Like the teams that were supposed to win were winning. That's all that can be said. I mean, Miami Heretics is really the clear-cut letdown of the weekend, but they face LA Thieves and Gentlemates, 2 teams that have significantly been better than them throughout the majority of this year, right? So in context, I think honestly the community's just tripping a little bit and they're crying. So yeah, guys, let's about wrap it up for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you think it was interesting or you think that any of my content's interesting, you like the highlights, anything I do here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, invest in your boy early. Got the website going up. I have the only publicly searchable available Call of Duty data set stretching back to the beginning of the CDL. So excited to launch everything. Thanks for the love and support. As always, guys, you've been going crazy with the subs, the views, the comments, everything. I really appreciate it. This year has been my best year on the tube. So going to keep going hard every day that I can, that my body permits. And appreciate you guys showing that love on the other side. Once again, this is Chris from Fake Sports News, Axe Rotation. However the flip you know me, these interwebs. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.